That's the spirit, newbie. I don't think I've ever heard a new recruit shout louder than that before training. You're gonna go places, I'm sure of it. On the other hand, this little girl's manners could use some work. Don't you know you're supposed to greet people when you first meet them?
Hey, the kid's mute, but she can read lips just fine.
I see. Sorry about that, dear.
All right, let's go inside. We'll start by going over Blue Aida's history and core ideologies. In 2660, the great philosopher Moritz Erat first proposed the concept of Blue Aida in order to prevent humanity from repeating the same mistakes that doomed our homeworld. Mr. Erat once said, "Omnium is not the key to humanity's progress, but to the gates of hell itself. We must always remain vigilant, for virtue is what will truly lead our species forward." Sadly, those greedy Federation politicians failed to recognize the importance of Blue Aida's philosophy. They were too focused on using omnium development to pad their political achievements. In response, Mr. Erat dedicated a large portion of his wealth to organizing public protests against their actions. As more people accepted Blue Aida's ideology, humanity's eyes began to slowly open to the truth. Under Mr. Erat's relentless push, the Federation had no choice but to heed the people's voice and enacted, drumroll please, the Omnium Experimentation Prohibition Act in 2661. Indeed, Mr. Moritz's greatest wish in life was to see every tower of fantasy toppled and to eradicate every trace of Omnium technology from Aida. But despite the legislature's passing, its implementation was met with constant opposition, which means we still have a long way to go. Now you're thinking like one of us. Now allow me to share with you my latest strategy for climbing through the ranks. First, we'll leverage our two key value propositions, the anti-shooter electronics and anti-tower initiatives, as our strategic touchpoints. Whoops, I must have lost track of the time. I have some other business to attend to, so I'll leave you to study on your own. I should be back in an hour to test your knowledge, so take plenty of good notes.
Oh, thank goodness he's finally done talking. I've already taken a look at these materials, and they're more or less the same as what you just heard. Nothing out of the ordinary here. I also checked out the computer just now, and found some pretty interesting files once I cracked through their security. Take a look if you want. The materials are all mostly the same? Ugh, it looks like that door over there is locked. Let's go see if we can open it. access card and a password? Looks like we'll have to check out room 105 first. Simple. I have a basic hacking software on my terminal. Just boot it up and wait for it to access the local network. Loading complete. Now we can see every electronic device capable of accessing the network from within the room. All I have to do is select a device to hack, and the software will get to work. Let's take a look at today's temporary pass applicants. 9:13 a.m. Clark and Lauren, employee, temporary pass. Access code 339571. Now let's see his pass usage. There! He's in the break room on the other side of the lobby. But there's nothing for us to hide behind in there. Getting his temporary pass won't be easy.
Huh? What's going on? Is this thing broken?
If everything went right, he should be knocked out on the floor. We should have no trouble taking his temporary pass now. Got it! It wasn't easy, but at least we pulled it off.
Who are you two? Why haven't I seen you before?
I suppose Mr. Erot did send out that email a while back. Something about Blue Planet's higher-ranking members being able to recommend new recruits.
Still, there's something suspicious about you two. Let me ask you something. Who is Blue Planet's revered founder and leader? Good answer. I'm still on patrol duty, so I'll leave you be for now. Best of luck, new guys.
Hands up. Don't move an inch.
What should we do, researcher?
Keep your hands where I can see them, and turn around to face me. Researcher? What are you doing here? You know me?
Wait, do you know each other? Or not?
Greetings, researcher. It appears Secretary General Kieran has already informed you about me. For the duration of your mission, I have been assigned to protect and support you as needed.
Protect and assist the researcher? That's an interesting way to describe spying, to say the least.
You still haven't answered my question. What are you two doing here in the first place? Secretary General Kieran narrowly escaped a meticulously planned attempt on his life. All evidence points to Blue Planet's involvement, prompting the Federation to unleash an unprecedented purge of the organization's networks. During the purge, we discovered a number of clues that pointed to this facility, so I came to investigate things myself. However, I didn't expect them to be connected to the Secretary's plans. Something's definitely off about this organization. Since we're both here, why don't we continue our investigations together? You'll be safer this way as well.
Kieran's plan? You mean that reshaping reality plan?
How do you know about it?
When we were at the Tower of Fantasy last time, their network security personnel caught me when I tried to access something called the Reality Reshaping Program. So, what kind of plan is this? Hardly. Nothing in this world is beyond the scope of my skills. Besides, joining the Federation and going along with Kieran's plan isn't something a hacker like me would ever do.
Wait, the researcher called you Gray Fox, and you've been to the Tower of Fantasy. Are you the elusive hacker from Wednesday?
Guess you're not entirely hopeless.
So that girl plugged into her phone. That was you? Miss Gray Fox, are you playing games with a Federation agent?
I should have known an agent of the Federation would be a little more cunning than the researcher.
Why do you keep using a droid to talk to me? Am I that frightening to you? So who exactly are you, Miss Gray Fox? Even though Wednesday was high on the Federation's most wanted list, we know very little about you and your true identity.
Wednesday's arrest order has already been cancelled. Who I am is none of your concern.
A mysterious hacker who refuses to share any details about herself. In my experience, someone like this makes for a terrible teammate. If you and the Secretary General trust her so much, then I suppose I can do the same. I'll set my suspicions aside so we can plan out our next move.
You finally said something useful for once. For a second, I thought you had forgotten your whole reason for being here.